Hello there, and welcome back to Ireland. Last time I messed up quite bad, but nothing to do about that. We'll have to simply continue and try to make things work to our advantage here. I am very tempted to try and do some buildings in terms of, well, we should probably do some more naval bases simply to boost my naval force a little bit, get a bigger navy, and as such, in terms, or sooner or later, be able to completely block off anyone who actually decides to cause me any issues. But for now, I guess we'll just try and continue on, well, the plan of trying to get Britain. And, well, as you know, the world doesn't like me that much, especially the French, the Poles, everyone virtually. And a simple way to actually deal with this would be, well, everyone else has lost their cool, so that doesn't actually help me at all. What I could potentially do is simply release, as you might imagine, Wales, and then simply go for a reconquest. There is a very hilarious little thing that goes out here. If you release a nation, no matter how big, you'll automatically get minus 30 AE with everyone in the entire world. So I could potentially just go ahead and release Wales. I'll get Spain rid of Spain, almost France, and basically the coalition will be, well, virtually gone, to be honest. And at the worst, it'll only be France and Great Britain, which in turn aren't really that scary. So for now, not really that much I can do though. I'll simply have to wait for the aggressive expansion to lower. Worst case scenario, I'll be quiet for 30 years, but that doesn't matter. The British have 4 provinces in Europe. Norwegians have 1, so it's basically just 5 provinces that I have to snatch, and it honestly shouldn't be that difficult. I simply have to try and keep the Portuguese and Spanish at bay, and as long as I can do that, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to make this work out somehow. But as you see, the Portuguese and the Spanish have already started colonization in Asia, which is kind of interesting. Also, apparently, there's still a daimyo alive. So what I can potentially do here is start doing some conquest in Asia. I could potentially also go off, let's say here, for example, Kathiawar, Hindustan, and simply take one province to be able to do the, let's see here, found the Indian Trade Company. That'll give me an extra merchant, and that'll give me some extra income. But as you might imagine, not really something that I need right now, and I might actually be better off just trying to build army buildings to get myself up into a level where I can start causing trouble. But well, I probably shouldn't, because as you can see, I'm actually hanging off in the military aspects of things. So for the time being, I guess we'll simply focus on military attack, try and catch up, and well, that's that. We'll try and get the coalition gone, and we'll try to basically make things work to our advantage. We aren't in any hurry. 140 years left, although I would prefer to be done before that, but sometimes things don't go as planned. So we'll simply have to wait and see how it all turns out. We have a new heir, Donald 351, not the best, especially since we are lagging behind in military tech things. Connaught or Muriadak is 31 years old, so potentially we'll get a Regency Council here. But I do hope that he survives, because he is a brilliant king. So hopefully he'll live till he's 60, 70 if I'm lucky, but I can't doubt it. We'll simply have to wait and see. In other news, Norway left the military coalition, but will probably join it again before I get a chance to declare war, which is kind of bad for me, but nothing to do about that. Other than that, nothing else to report. Admin Tech 23 has been reached, which is improved irrigation, gives a boost to production efficiency by 10%. With that, I think I'll go ahead and not invest in this level in a while. As you can see, we're 16 years ahead of time. So we'll probably go ahead and, instead of investing in admin points, simply do some investments in infrastructure. We do have a lot of money, so there's no problem in investing in these, let's say, temples. It'll boost my tax again, so no real reason not to build them. And while we're on that theme, as you see here, we'll also be waiting for the integration of well, these guys are finished, and if I do get a chance, I'll probably go ahead and declare war on Norway when the time comes. But it's kind of annoying that they're allied with Russia, Bohemia, and Poland. So we'll have to see how we'll do with that. But yeah, not really much else to do. We'll continue our colonization attempts in the New World. It's starting to look pretty damn nice. We are, well, closing the gaps, as it were. Once we take these 3 provinces here, the map will look a lot prettier. But once everything's done, it'll definitely be a lot better to look at. But I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't actually able to take more land in the south. But all in all, I think I should be fairly happy with this result. So no, I don't really have a reason to complain. So as I said, I'll probably do some investment in temples and buildings like that. Probably some more naval buildings. I'm a little bit unsure if I should, but we'll see how it turns out as time passes by. We're making a lot of money, so I could also go ahead and upgrade my armies to a little bit larger. But if I do upgrade my navy to the point that no one can actually attack me from the sea, then I'd basically be beset anyway. So I might actually go ahead and just continue to upgrade my my naval buildings rather than anything else. But we also have, of course, the problem that I'm hanging fairly far behind in diplomatic tech, and should probably focus on catching up here, getting to level 23, then do a complete renewal, I guess I should call it, of my navy, and then rather focus on building the sea wall, as you could call it. So I guess that will be a focus for now. We'll be focusing on well, getting up and going on the military tech scale of things and diplomatic tech. Other than that, we'll probably focus admin points into buildings for now, and then we'll see how things turn out. We'll take the chances we'll get into wars, especially with Great Britain. Once the coalition looks a little bit nicer, I think I might actually end up in a war with Britain. The positive thing here is that I might actually do, if I take the 3 provinces in the next war, I can potentially force, or then Great Britain definitely move the capital overseas, and that should probably be enough for me to actually be able to start wars with them without dragging the coalition as well. I'm still a little bit unsure how I would actually deal with France. If I could get an alliance with them, that would be great. But as things are looking now, that doesn't really look like anything that I can do. So what we might do is actually focus on trying to get ourselves the level 26 admin tech, and then take religious ideas to simply boost the speed at which we are losing aggressive expansion, and that would probably help out quite a bit. But as you can see here, the War Galleon level 19 has been reached. It gives me new heavy ship and new frigates. Probably, as I said, I won't be building them for a while. Naval maintenance has been increased by 25%, and we also have naval morale increased by a half a point. Not bad at all. So yeah, pretty sure we'll simply continue with the diplomacy tech until we reach level 23, and then we'll be doing some frigate building, and once we get 25, then we'll be building a lot of 3-deckers to make completely sure that no one can invade my little island. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. Military attack 23 has been reached. The light cavalry military attacks increased by 0.5. Maneuver value of my units have been increased by 50%. Moving faster, cavalry shock by a whole point. And we now have some new cannons along with Grenzer, Caroline and Line infantry. So we might as well go ahead and just do the upgrade. Let's see here. Once again, I prefer the balanced things here. So we'll simply go for the line infantry. They are completely balanced, and we should be able to make good use of them. Other than that, I guess we should also go ahead and take the colon mortars rather than swivel cannons. And there we go, military upgrades. So we'll just carry on and see how things work out. Military idea, offensive idea advance in the glorious arms. Prestige from lance battles have been increased to 100%, or by 100%. And I'm pretty sure I should just go ahead and, if I stay with this guy, or the king now lives, we'll probably go ahead and just completely finish off the offensive tree. And I'm basically just going, or I think I'm done with the building of temples and such. We'll simply save up points now, I guess, for the grain depot. Or we might actually build some more temples during the next 11 years, but who knows. As you can see here, we're also pretty damn close now to what we are there. Diplomatic technology 20 has been reached. Refineries, we can now build a royal palace, and I think we'll just do that straight away. It's a unique building after all. I do need diplomacy points, and apparently I did also forget to build the admiralty, so we'll build both of these. They're all pretty damn useful. So as you see here, Northumberland has been incorporated into our country, and that is a a very positive thing. Now I do have a lot more trade power in London, and I believe also my force limits have been increased by at least a little bit. Well, not that much, but we'll deal with that sooner or later. So it's not really that much of a problem. The only real issue right now is that I'm pretty sure that my aggressive expansion went a little bit up. But as you see, also the coalition is becoming smaller. It's just Spain, France, Poland, Hansa, and Denmark that are still causing problem with me. Of course, with Great Britain as well. But it's definitely going down pretty fast now, and that is of course very positive for me. So we'll just allow them to keep going down, and hopefully we can keep our alliance with Austria if the event of a war with France to take down Britain. But hopefully we can avoid that. We'll simply have to wait and see how things turn out. Both the Spaniards and the Poles left the coalition basically at the same time. That makes it well, fairly small. As you can see, Hansa, Denmark, Great Britain, and France only. So I did improve my relations with both the Spaniards and also the Polish, both on, well, to some extent positive. So what I will be doing, I guess, is improve my relations with, of course, the Danes and also Hansa. And I'll probably have to wait for the British to leave the coalition before I do anything. But as you can see here, borders are starting to look a little bit nicer. Only a little bit, but everything helps, as it were. And we'll just continue our colonization attempts, slowly but surely colonizing everything. And I'm kind of tempted to go, once we actually declare war on Britain, go off the Caribbean holdings first, but we'll have to consider that as well. So for the time being, still quite a while until we are in, we'll probably never get into positive with the French, but at the very least it's 16 years more, and then the French will actually have an aggressive expansion against us, and then we can start causing some trouble for Great Britain again. But until that point, not really that much we can do. We'll just have to sit by and, well, bide our time. I could of course take Orkney, but no real reason to do it right now. So we'll just wait. We'll probably have to recreate the claim, but it's not a big issue. And advance in the offensive ideas to improve maneuver. Landleader maneuver increase. Oh, the maneuver value. Wow. Let me restart. Improve maneuvers. With this, basically my guys can move faster if they have a general, or the general will have an increased maneuver value of 1. No idea why I can't pronounce it, but well, it's late. It's late, so probably that. But as you can see, 2 more ideas, and then we're done with the offensive idea set. I'll probably, as I said, go ahead and finish it because, well, it's we're still 9 years ahead, so it's not really anything that we need to skull about. Miami, I think that is kind of hilarious, but I have no idea of what the place are actually called, so have to deal with that. But as you can see, there's still quite a lot of provinces that still needs to be colonized. So I might actually I probably should set up 4 colonies or something like that. So we might as well just recall that guy and send him to. Well, I think I was planning to send him to Michigan, but then I forgot I didn't actually have a border. So we'll send him to this place instead. But yeah, as I said, boring wait. Unfortunately, we'll simply have to continue waiting. The Diplomatic Tech 21 has been reached at Quebec, and with that I also get increasing trade efficiency, which in turn means that we'll get more money. We can also take the Gala Quebecs. We'll probably not build a single one of them, but fine even so. 1 more level and we can start the renewal of the Navy once again. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Diplomatic Tech 22 has been reached. Limes, it gives naval attrition is no longer increased by staying at sea each month. Naval morale increased by half a point. Naval maintenance increased by 25%. I can now build 2 deckers, which are basically, well, a big ship. We have 1 more heavy ship, and that is the 3-decker at level 25. We also will be getting the best frigates, the heavy frigates at level 23. And once we get those, we'll probably be building quite a lot of them. So 450 power at this should take about, what, 3-4 years. So once we get there, we'll be building quite a lot of frigates. But I guess we'll unfortunately have to wait a little bit more. Nothing to do about that. we'll also go ahead and take this offensive idea, which is Ground Army, gives a land force modifier of 25%, which basically means that I'm getting closer to, well, TC7. I got 8 more. Not that great, but it helps. Every little thing helps. So let's see, I can take a hit to 5. Well, 5 armament tradition is better than a hit to stability, I guess. So we'll continue saving up and try and get that last level of diplomacy tech before we can start doing a complete renewal of our navy. Well, it seems that the Netherlands felt that there were way too few people against us, so they decided to join the coalition. So basically, it means they'll have to put them up. But I can understand why they have 50 aggressive expulsion against me. So I guess it makes sense some way. But well, it's bad. But I can deal with that. It's just the Netherlands. Getting France out of it is a little bit more pressing and important matter. As you see, we are, well, getting closer, but it will still take quite a while before we get there. So, unfortunately, this is all I had time for this episode. A boring wait, I know. I do apologize for lack of of content and action, but we are basically now set for starting to cause some severe trouble for, well, especially Great Britain. We are making quite a lot of money from trade, 45%, and, well, I guess we are ready to really screw these guys over now. But next time we'll probably go ahead, do the complete renewal of the navy. Might actually be able to build some big ships as well if I have to wait even longer. But I would hopefully we'll get into war with the British and be able to wrap this up before we drag it out too far. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.